the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. They weren't sure how their young running back would adapt quickly, and yet he has. He has been able to hit the ground running, literally turning over the fortunes of this team and making them bigger in the conversation for the college football playoff. But not only that, people are talking about him in the Heisman conversation. This young running back is so talented, just a freshman, but he will continue to get this team off to a good start here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Follows his blocks. It smothers. Stopped in it. Rags, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, it has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day, college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. They're going to stay competitive, and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The gun, it's Edwards.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the option. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll set up at the 41. First down for this offense. Here's Reed to throw. Left side, it's Johnson. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Reed to the air again. Rush right in his face. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. And so many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Driving forward, it's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Arts to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Makes a catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Deep in the end zone, it's Kramer. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially their passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop. Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Bussey. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Aggies are flying down the field. Again, it's Reed. Snagged in the middle, it's Bussey. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Second and long here. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Throwing Reed. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. He's got it, first down and more. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Fires it incomplete. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Got his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Unloads to the right. That's a throw and catch you will put on the resume reel. Great footwork along the boundary.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Throwing Manning. They'll run the screen. Runs through the tackle. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen, but did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away. He's able to make a big-time stop.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's going for it all. He'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He unloaded a little too much on that one as it goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Play fake, Reed. Looking for a big play. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Toss sweep right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Townsend. Turning on the Jets. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Texas! Middle of the end zone. He's got it. Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kramer. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Reed. Stepping to the right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback keep. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Texas A&M going up tempo.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Reed throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He'll take a shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Throwing Reed. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the number 4 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Ole Miss on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mac.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They'll open the second half with a run. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. He's out past the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Gets the first himself. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number one, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Manning. Going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. Off and running. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. On the return, it's Craver. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. They're all over him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Sets his feet. It's Reed. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And nothing but green grass down the middle. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Reed. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Arch Madness. Throws to the tight end. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Third down from the gun. Manning fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He's knocked down, but what a way to come up with the interception. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to cut it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Wide open space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Aggies. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Arch is going to throw for it. Gets rid of it.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Sets his feet. It's Manning. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Manning under pressure, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. First play of this drive. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And that one will put them up here in the second half. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, Manning. Makes the grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Drops back. It's Manning. Right side, it's Coleman. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. It's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Using his legs, it's Smothers. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Still plenty of time left to break the scoreboard wide open as we get things underway here in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Reels it in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Brown. They were all over it.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. On the run, it's Edwards. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Reed. The screen. He can go.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Powers inside. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. He now has 56 yards rushing in this one, and he is well on his way to a 1,500-yard season.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Might as well give it to him again. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane, and you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, this guy's exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Left side is Bussey. Turning it on! And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hits the hole. It's Edwards. There's some room. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Manning. Out wide left, it's Smothers.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this.
He'll take the deep shot. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a score in.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Edition of this tradition-rich rivalry ends with the Aggies saying howdy to a victory over the despised Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.